Did you know that Harriet Tubman once led an actual army raid and freed over 700 people in a single night?
What?
And no, this isn't some side mission in Assassin's Creed. This is American history. She was born a slave, escaped, went back to rescue others, and just when people thought she'd chill, she joined the military and said, "Alright, who's next?" Before she was Harriet, she was Araminta Ross, better known as Minty, born around 1822 in Maryland, which was not a great time or place to be born into slavery. And life, it sucked. She was whipped, beaten, nearly killed after taking a metal weight to the head meant for someone else. Oh, that head injury? It gave her seizures, visions, and intense spiritual dreams. So now we've got super strength, plot armor, and prophetic dreams. Yeah, Harriet Tubman was like the first Marvel character. Instead of breaking her, it gave her some kind of unshakable courage. And that's where the origin story starts. When she was about 27, Harriet said, "Nope," and she ran for freedom. An extremely dangerous journey, alone, on foot, through the woods, with no GPS. And the penalty for getting caught? Back to slavery, or worse. Way worse. She made it to Philadelphia, a free city. Here's what makes her a superhero. Instead of pulling a peace and living her best free life, she turned around and went back 13 times.
Wait, what?
Let that sink in. You escape a nightmare, and then go back over a dozen times to rescue people. She didn't just run the Underground Railroad, she was the Underground Railroad.
Oh, wait. Hold on. She escaped and then she chose to go back into danger? I don't even go back into the store when I forgot the eggs.
Because of this, Harriet was one of the most wanted people in America. But she kept going, sometimes in disguise, sometimes hiding people in potato wagons, sometimes even hiding in plain sight. But no one ever turned her in. No one ever caught her. Fun fact! Harriet used bird calls, particularly the whoo of an owl, as signals to her fellow travelers, alerting them to safety or danger. Quick history detail. The Underground Railroad wasn't an actual railroad. There were no conductors, no tickets, and definitely no snacks. It was a secret network of safe houses, codes, routes, and signals used by enslaved people to escape. And Harriet? She was the GOAT conductor. She freed 70 plus people herself, and dozens more, and famously said, "I never ran my train off a track, and I never lost a passenger." Iconic. Yes, she carried a gun. Yes, Harriet Tubman packed heat, not just for protection, but to stop people from turning back. She knew if someone lost their nerve and went back, they might expose the whole route. So she told people, "You'll be free or die." That's some straight up die hard energy. You think escaping slavery and freeing people would be enough for one life? Not Harriet. During the Civil War, she became an actual Union spy. She snuck behind enemy lines, mapped terrain, collected intel, and then she led an armed raid, the Combahee River Raid. Harriet Tubman plus 150 black soldiers equals over 700 enslaved people freed in a single night. Let me repeat, this woman led a military raid.
Okay, but where's her movie franchise? How does the Fast and Furious 19 exist before this?
She's like the real-life Avengers rolled into one tiny, fearless woman with a mission and no time for nonsense. So what do you get after helping win the war? Back pay? Land? A statue? Nope. Tubman was denied a pension for years. And when they finally gave her money, it was for her husband's service, not hers.
Ouch.
Tubman passed away in 1913, but her legacy? Still sprinting. Harriet Tubman wasn't just a conductor. She was a freedom fighter, a spy, a nurse, a warrior, and the most unstoppable action hero history has ever produced. This is Important Dead People. Subscribe for Harambe.
And more historical drama.